ଗୋଟେ ପୋଜିସନରେ ଚାଲିଛି। morning and a very warm welcome to one and all present over here. It is a matter of great joy and privilege to welcome you all to the special celebration of World Happiness Day, organized by the Department of Psychology. Happiness is not just an emotion, it is a way of living, a way of connecting, and a way of understanding ourselves and others. And what better department than psychology to celebrate the day that reminds us of the importance of mental well-being, positivity, and emotional balance in our lives. Today, we are gathered here to celebrate not only happiness as a feeling, but also as a goal that every individual deserves to experience. On behalf of the Department of Psychology, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to everyone present over here. On this meaningful occasion, I feel honored to extend my heartfelt welcome to our distinguished resource person, Professor Haresh Chandra Mishra sir. We are truly grateful for your gracious presence today. It is a It is a privilege to have you among us and we look forward to gaining valuable knowledge and insights from its esteemed boards. I also extend my respectful welcome to the head of our department, Ms. Ritu Bhadra ma'am, whose encouragement and leadership continues to inspire us to grow and excel. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to all our faculty members, Raja sir, Prabhu sir, Ankita ma'am, Aishwarya ma'am, and Smriti ma'am. And a cheerful welcome to all the students whose active participation and enthusiasm bring spirit to every celebration. Today's program is not just an event, but a celebration of positivity, learning, and shared human experience. May this occasion fill our hearts with joy, our minds with insight, and our surroundings with warmth. To begin this auspicious occasion, I would like to call the esteemed dignitaries present over here to light the lamp and place the occasion.
महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समाप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा.
Now I'd like to invite the dignitaries to the dais. Our students have prepared a token of gratitude. Moving ahead, I would like to call upon our respected coordinator madam, Ms. Ritu Bhadra ma'am, to address the gathering of this auspicious event. A very good morning to all of you. Esteemed Chief Speaker of this special program, Professor Haresh Mishra sir, esteemed faculty members, and my dear students. On this occasion of World Happiness Day, with a happier heart, on the behalf of Department of Psychology, I extend a cordial welcome to all of you. It is my privilege and honor to stand here to welcome a very special person, my teacher, a great uh, personality. He is very much deeply connected to all of us. He is not famous in the fraternity of psychology. He is well admired and well known within all the students' heart. It gives me immense pleasure, and I will choose the word happiness because this is the day of happiness, to extend my gratitude and to extend welcome on the behalf of this department to Dr. Mishra sir, that he has accepted our invitation to speak on this day and to be with us in this special program. And I feel he is the best personality to talk about this beautiful concept called happiness. Because I truly believe that he is a living legend. It is actually, I feel, it is felt by everybody, I suppose, in this house that Sir is actually living legend of happiness. So we would be very much happy to hear him about the topic of happiness. Without wasting time, we are already late. So let's welcome Sir to speak about this topic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your thoughtful and inspiring words. Your message has truly set the tone for the day. Now we feel truly honored to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to our esteemed guest, Professor Haresh Chandra Mishra sir, who is a distinguished scholar and eminent psychologist. With a rich teaching career beginning in 1976, he has served in several reputed institutions and continues to inspire as a visiting faculty member in many institutions. He is the author of many valuable and widely appreciated books in psychology, education, and counseling. He has published more than 10 books like Fundamentals of Applied Psychology, Manovigyan, Pradesh, and many more. He is also a recipient of Padma Shri Memorial Gold Medal from Mishra University as a best person. Under his guidance, many research scholars have achieved academic excellence, reflecting his deep commitment to education and mentorship. Sir, your remarkable contributions to the field of psychology make your presence a matter of great pride and privilege for all of us today. Now, I would like to call Professor Harishchandra Mishra sir to come over here and take the event forward.
First of all, I express my deep sense of gratitude to the faculty members, to the head of the department, to all of you making it an occasion to invite me to this place where I have at least taught for 5 to 7 years. And for your information, this is the year when I am going to complete 50 years of my teaching. In this coming September, I will be completing on 4th September 50 years of my teaching career. And now I wish all happiness about all of you. I pray God that be kind enough to all of you to provide happiness throughout your life, which is in fact a big deal in anybody's life, to be happy. And as I'm assigned to discuss on psychology of happiness as International Day of Happiness, I have certain points to discuss. But mostly I will be referring all those points with respect to my personal, some of my personal experience I will share with you as to what is really happiness. Some of the things from history to just justify my points of view, philosophy, literature, lives of great people, and popular quotes. In course of time, but I will be maintaining that to show that everything, how is happiness, what we in fact realize at this age of life. You may not be able to know what is the real happiness of life, but from my experience, I will be feeling what is the kind of thing that you need in order to happiness, to be happy in life. Now, these are the points I will be formally discussing: the origin and justification of this International Day of Happiness. And then, under the second point, nature of happiness, I will be dealing this concept, the elephant concept of happiness, a curious concept. Elephant concept of happiness as mental attitude, as personal choice, as harmony, as growth. These are different dimensions of happiness which I may explain. And finally, I will be just giving some idea what are the true sources of happiness in individual's life. Now, let me come down to slide. Hello. Yeah, was good. Now, origin and justification of International Day of Happiness. When we are really celebrating this day, in fact, when and how it was developed, what was the official origination of this kind of 16 years back, on 28th of June 2012. These are formal side of the thing. Let me introduce the kind of thing. The United Nations declared 20th March as the International Day of Happiness to recognize the relevance of happiness and well-being as universal goal, and adopted smiley as the symbol of human happiness. Right. Now, you recognize the International Day of Happiness, and I see all of you are wearing like that also. Like that's my happiness and well-being as universal goal, and adopted smiley as the symbol of human happiness. You know, initiative. And in the same year, when UNA declared 20th March 2012 as the Day of International Day of Happiness, in the same year, the American Psychological Association passed a resolution to include study of happiness as a subject matter of intense psychological studies. Although from time immemorial, philosophers, psychologists, sociologists, and all of the scientists were trying to answer what happiness is, a formal discipline called psychology of happiness was introduced. APA has introduced a new discipline into psychology in the same year, 2012, as a formal discipline called psychology of happiness. And the international, what are the justifications that we just, these are the kinds of things. This is the definition given by, about what is happiness, and symbols like that. Now, origin and justification, the International Day of Happiness, I'm not going detail into that. These are some formal ideas about how things have happened. And the next thing is, now let me come to the actual thing that we are supposed to discuss about. The elephant concept of happiness. The meaning is very clear. If you are happy, you will be nothing less than an elephant. That means, if you know the story, the six blind men and the elephant. Anybody any idea about that story? Six blind students, they wanted to know what an elephant is, because they are not able to see. And when they approached their teacher to give them an experience about what an elephant is, this is really a theory, a theoretical model being provided in psychology, but I am telling you in our context. Six diamonds, the teacher took them to a big elephant. Now ask them to touch the elephant because they are blind, they are accustomed to know things by touching, and then to touch the elephant. Someone who got a hold of the leg, someone got a hold of the tail, someone ear, like that. Let me close it. Someone who got hold of the leg, like that, all six of them took their experience about the leg. And now teacher took them to the school and asked one, what an elephant is like. One who got hold of the leg, what he would say, the elephant is like a big pillar. It's a very, very big pillar. One who got hold of the tail, he told that the elephant is like a big rope. One who got hold of the ear, he said that the elephant is like a big fan, like that. They experienced elephant in their own way. And happiness is that way that we experience. Your happiness is not my way of understanding happiness. My happiness is not your way of understanding happiness. Therefore, happiness is an elephant concept. Each one is having shared different way of experiencing happiness. That is what I am going to precisely tell you. You get my point. Happiness is not same thing for all. You are happy in certain things when you will be given food, good food, you will be happy. When you will be given good food, you will be unhappy. Do you get the point? Therefore, happiness as a concept, it varies with every single individual. That is the first thing that you have to understand, that my happiness is not your happiness, and your happiness. Now, that is being I have explained what is how it is psychologically I have explained. I will be giving this to all of you. Now, this theory is also being proposed in psychology by, and I have given the reference also who has made it like this. Now, let me come to different aspects. As I told you, happiness is different from different. Happiness is not same for all of us. If you think money is our happiness, there are people who get bored by money. Things you understand like that. But let me say, what are the different aspects of happiness I have discussed about? Second, as men, I will be explaining things more by my experiences, by things, drawing things from literature, history, example, things like that. Now, happiness a mental attitude. And explaining the dimensions of happiness, one of the major dimensions is what is your attitude about life? What do you think about your life? That is what is happiness. And let me, I have given some points. One person complains, it starts raining suddenly. Example I have given. One person complains, my plants are weak, and the person feels it. Another person is dancing in the rain. You see, someone is enjoying that happiness, someone is making it that getting it irritated. Why there is rain, my plants. That is the kind of, that is the attitude kind of thing. I will be explaining this that I have already explained to your pedagogy department. The case of my experience with the childhood with happiness, what is happiness for a person? Just try to understand what I am saying. In my early years of life, school career, when I was in class 4, like that, I I was going to school. And in school, there is a person who was coming in every week, 12, 13 hours, recess hours to sell Bora, real that. Welcome. Everybody around me have some money means paisa to eat Bora. I didn't have because my family happens to be a very strict family, a Jamaican family who didn't allow their children to spend money outside. Money means very one dollar, 2 paisa. I didn't have. When I was watching, I'm telling you the truth of life. When I was watching other $15, at a boy of 9, 10 years, what will have happened? Like that, some days passed. Then, but I was not. That I will say that I was not very simple. Then what I did, what I can do, that is what is happiness. What I can do so that I can eat whereas in the school. Because we are Jamaican agricultural family, we have lots of rice, another and I decided I will take this story karibi, chalo brage vertically, but this is a great lesson for me in my life. Maybe critically, because but that was the plan but I was scared. Then ଯାହାକୁ ବିକିଲି ସେମାନେ ଆସିକି କିଏ ଆସିକି ଆମ ଘରେ କହିଦେବାର that is also the possibility. ସେମାନେ କହିଦେଲା ମାନେ ଆଉ ପିଠି ବଙ୍କା ହେଇଯିବ ପୁରା ମାନେ ଖାଲି ଚୋରି କରିବା ବାହା ତେଣୁ କ'ଣ କରେ? You know the kind of thing that happened. During those times, a very peculiar class of people are there who are called childhood heroes. That was the rampant thing in our society. Girls, boys get married around 10, 11 years. Girl 10, boys 10. Marriage is over. That is one very fact of our time. And the second thing is that death rate at any particularly village kind of thing is very high. And almost in every village you find 5 to 6 to 10 these students. And they have very miserable life. Miserable life in the sense, I am telling you happiness. How I was able to bring happiness to someone's life that I am going to tell. To say that how attitude is more important. Then when I decided to sell rice, and who could be my easy victim? Those, because there is nobody look at them. Because they are supposed to be sinful people. they lost their husband because of their sin. Husband can guide କରିଗଲା କିନ୍ତୁ blame ଦେବନି ତା ପାପ ଯୋଗୁଁ ତା husband. That was the kind of sin. Nobody was telling me. And when I know this, I thought that if I go and say rice to some of them, I will not be caught. Nobody will be able to know because they are not being reported of where they. When and one day I decided that ଭିତରେ ଦି ପଟେ ପରିବାର ରଖିଦେଇକି ମଝିରେ ଚାଉଳ ରଖିଦେଇକି ମୁଁ ଚାଲିଲି ଜଣଙ୍କ ଯାହା ଘରକୁ ଯିବି ବୋଲି ଡିସାଇଡ୍ କରିଥିଲି ତା ଘରେ ଯାଇକି ପହଞ୍ଚିଲି. But surprisingly, my expectations were all beyond my control. When I reached the home, when that lady saw me in her home, it was only one woman like that. She started thinking of that God has arrived in her home. Because I'm a drumming boy, by that time, with the potential side see, ତେଣୁ ମତେ ସେ ଭାବିଲେ ଯେ ଭଗବାନ ତା ଘରକୁ ପଳେଇ ଆସିଲେ ମୁଁ ଚାଉଳ ଉଠେଇ ବସିଛି ମତେ ନେଇକିରି ବସେଇ ସିଧା କିଛି ନ ପଚାରିକି ସିଧା ନେଇ ବସେଇ ପିଢାରେ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ଅଛି ତମେ ତ ଜାଣିନଥିବ ସେଟା ଜାଣିଛ ପିଢାରେ ବସେଇ ଗୋଡ ହାତ ଧୋଇ ଗୋଡ ହାତ ପୋଛି ବାଡ଼ିକି ଦୌଡ଼ିକି ଯାଇ ଗୋଟେ ଗଛରେ କଷି ଲେମ୍ବୁ ଥିଲା ସେ କଷି ଲେମ୍ବୁକୁ ପାଣିରେ ମିଶେଇ ଲୁଣ ଟିକେ ପକେଇ ଚିନି ନାହିଁ ତା କି ଗୁଡ଼ ବି ନାହିଁ ଲୁଣ ଟିକେ ପକେଇ ମତେ ପିଇବାକୁ ଦେଇ ପୂଜା ଅର୍ଚ୍ଚନା ଇଆଡ଼େ ମୋର ସ୍କୁଲ ଟାଇମ୍ ହେଇଗଲି ମୋ ଗାଡ଼ିରେ ଚାଲିଲା ତାକୁ ଦେଇକି ସ୍କୁଲକୁ ବି ଯାଇଥିଲି under that condition what I did I finally got released from that situation but she asked why have you come I told straight that I brought some rice for you without saying that I brought it for you to say somehow I want to escape that situation then but I gave her the rice and she gave me 10 paisa, which is not enough. I decided not to take because she has so much of I decided not to take, but she was very Jawabasti, you have to take. Anyway, I took it. But the things happened in another way. Next day, when I was going to school, from the next day onward, every day during my school time, she will be in the veranda room. She will come and invite me to her house. See, Guru Deva, Puja Deva, see, more of school here, and that was the kind of thing. Subsequently, she declared that she has adopted her son. Because when I was going to like that, people will have natural curiosity. She declared almost like that I have adopted her as Karina as my son. And that continued till a lot of time till she died. And I also accepted her as my adopted the mother was adopted to me. And from that even I noticed that she has a real happiness in her life. Not only she has happiness. I also felt happy when I was in her company. That is what is authentic happiness in life. That is what I have told you about the one of the experience. I will tell you a lot of experience because I'm a man of 75 years old. I have a lot of experiences in my life, and this is my occasion to go in to share my experiences with you. You know, we people they don't get much opportunity to share. When we get some opportunity to share, we grab the opportunity. So that the other person will be getting more. That is why I decided to go in. Now, next, add personal choice. No, I love the theoretical side things are there. Why not? I will just explaining the concept which is some example or some kind. I will not be taking much of the time also. This is also to share with you. I have a good occasion and a good credit. And our personal choice to be happy or not to be it quotations are here. Our personal choice. It is you. If you want to be happy, you will. It is you. To be happy or not to happy, your choice. You may ask me the question, how it is our choice? We want to be happy, but we are not happy. How it is our choice? I will tell you how it is your choice. If you really try to understand and try to get into the sort of thing, you say happiness is your choice. Nothing else in the external world can make you happy other than you yourself. That is psychology, that is the truth of life. Now, I'll tell you another case study. It's a case study. This is the output of that case study. I have got it and I will be presenting it to Madam from the department. These are real true studies. Foreign things have to be वही कटरा इधर कहना नहीं पड़े खुदा वही से और इधर दिलो पड़े कौन यदि happiness होने वाले क्षेत्र में कर चले but truth of life I will be saying now it's only during 2022 is the event. The first event I told you is about 1957-58. Now another event in 2022. One of my very good, so to say, one of my best friends, also a professor of commerce, having a single child, only son, who happened to be some software professional in Delhi, got married to a Punjabi girl and where it was well settled. But in 2022, you know, lot of things, wrong things have happened to many people. And the only son succumbed to death in God. And when this news came to us, as friends, we went to him. But he was so disappointed and he was both well and he was so much in depression that it was very difficult to him. Whenever we went to his family, it was almost like an end of the day, like that, for Andy. And one day we come to know that both of them had attempted suicide, husband and wife. Because the only son having attempted suicide, but somehow the laborers could know the smell of it. They tried to save them, poisoning, both of them have taken poison like that. Then when this situation has occurred, we are very disturbed what to do, how to help them to come out of this kind of thing. Because he was my good friend, I know that he has some inclination for life. He's a good story writer kind of thing, some inclination, not a professional or established writer, but he has some inner kind of thing. Then one day we two friends went there. I told him, sir, why don't you write? Then he told me, what to write? Everything is lost. I have nothing to write. No, तब कॉलेज के अपन बहुत ज़्यादा somehow I didn't know that it will happen. I don't know what then when a way was shown, when you come to know that there can be a possible way, he started writing Jagannath, and in approximately 2 months' time, he created more than 50, 60 Jagannaths on Jagannath. Then opened one, we have a right open YouTube channel. All India singers, different reputed singers, they sang the poems for him. And then cannot believe, I also even today I can't believe that a person who was so much distressed, depressed, both of them, they can come out of this kind of thing and resetting their life joyfully. And now if you look at the person and talk to the person, you cannot just imagine that he was the same person. And that thing changed the entire frame of him. Now he is a very, very happy person. Prior to that, very happy person. And now also he is a very happy person. That is the kind of thing. And subsequently, I proposed him when it was around 60 or something. I proposed him to publish it in a format of a book. He published it, published the book, and gave me some books to distribute among you. I have gotten this book. ମୁଁ ମାନଙ୍କୁ ରିକ୍ୱେଷ୍ଟ କରିବି ଆସିକି ଏ ବହିଟା ମୋ ହାତରେ ନେଲେ ଫଟୋ ଉଠେଇବେ so that thank you. Jagannath Murthy was right himself, someone's right himself. ଏବଂ ମୁଁ ଯାଇକି ତାଙ୍କୁ କହିଲି ସେ he happens to be a student of Ravenshaw. ସେ ଏଠି ପିଜି କରିଛନ୍ତି। ତେଣୁ ରେଭେନ୍ସା କଲେଜରେ ରେଭେନ୍ସା ୟୁନିଭର୍ସିଟି ଗୋଟେ ବହି ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଏଇ ଗଲା କଥା ଶୁଣି ବହୁତ ଆହୁରି ଖୁସି ହେବେ। ଫଟୋଟା ମୋତେ ଫଟୋଟା it is a point as a personal choice. Now I am telling you, this is a personal choice. To write Bhavana, say that you should appreciate not to the kind of thing you are doing. Say the each choice should appreciate not only the things will happen completely different. And maybe what is about it and sit down question and actually you Moriala here for say some now as harmony. Happiness is when you think, what you say, and what you do, and have. Happiness, these are all psychological things, and I'm taking it to kind of, you know, you think, you do, and you work. Like that. What you say, you think, you say, and you do. Everybody is doing that. But my observation is, your generation of people, they say one thing, believe in another thing, and do a third thing. Right? If you recognize these three things, say, think, and do. And if you say one thing, do one thing, and this think, say, and do it by the God. You can be say nothing less than a quality. These are the qualities of a good quality. To say one thing, do one thing. Basically, the people will God. If you become a politician, if you play politics, you will be playing politics with nothing else, nobody else, but with yourself. As much you believe to be simple, to be whatever you say, whatever you think, and whatever you do, they go together, you will be happy. Or else you will not. Do you ever think are politicians happy? What is your opinion? Politicians are not happy. Mind very important. Another group of people, they are also not happy. But I have been observing them for the last 35 years. This IS and OS. 35 ବର୍ଷ ଧରିକି ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ତିଆରି କରୁଛି ପଢ଼ଉଛି ପାଉଛନ୍ତି ସନ୍ଦେହ କିନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ ଜାଣିଛି ଯେ ସେମାନଙ୍କର ଲାଇଫରେ ଦୁଃଖ ମୁଁ ହିଁ କାରଣ କାରଣ ଆଇଏସ୍ ପାଇଗଲା ପରେ ପାଠ ଆଇଏସ୍ ହଉ କି ଓଏସ୍ ତ ଚିନ୍ତା କଥା action ଇଏ ଆଉ ସମାନ ନୁହେଁ। ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଏଇ ଜିନିଷ କହୁଛି and I have given an example from history. It is true about Mahatma Gandhi. Considered that why he was a happy person. There was some evidence in psychological literature who wrote that Mahatma Gandhi was a happy person. Judge is a happy person. Let why? This is one of the ways that he has involved. What you are thinking, what you are saying, and what you are not doing. That is harmony. And following the message, you say what you think, and you do what you say. Don't play politics anywhere. No. Politics is never a way to happiness or not. Then as a pro, happiness does not come from a state but from a change of the state. Sometimes happiness in the real sense, you have to change yourself. You have to bring another vision first. Every time happiness is a new state of life. And as the example of Gautam, these are people whom we respect as people that we understand that these people were very happy. Now you know what is the state of things, what state of things is happening. Clearly illustrated happiness arises from change rather than a fixed condition. What are the dreams? Now we know. I would have to just take it as an example that how a change of state. You can also make a change of the state. Change of state doesn't mean that you are changing Mishra and changing Maharashtra, then you will be happy. The change of the state means you suppose you want to be happy. You like to go in. Create an art. You make a good hobby for cooking. Do things that you are not doing now. You are not interested. Just change this way. If you change your dressing style also, will bring you. That is what is meant by a change of state. For the last several years, you are putting on one type of dress. One type. You change. Any change of state can give you source of happiness, can give you source of happiness. And then that gives you a flow. Flow is a kind of very foundation of happiness. If you are a flow, if you are flow down, the same thing as the river flows. If the river is flowing, the water becomes clear, hygienic, all kinds of better things will happen. Sometimes anybody's life is stuck at one point. If it is stuck, you will not have your happiness. You will have to have it. You have to have it. In any direction. In any direction, you can bring yourself to have it. As I suggested, in any reality, supposing you have some kind of difficulty in the present state, otherwise you change your hobby, you make something else, then you will be. Then other experience. You cannot be happy unless you are unhappy sometimes. It's a great philosophy. Happiness means every moon has a dark side. Not to statement. Every moon has a dark side which is never shows to anyone. That means every human being is supposed to have happiness, suffering. Without suffering, a life cannot be produced. Any life. Those things you will not be able to know now. As you grow up, you will come to know that is, but it doesn't mean that suffering in the life. Do you get my point? Every human being is born means he will have problems. She will have problems. She will have difficulties. She will have unhappiness, time of unhappiness. But you must have to believe the same philosophy. If the night has come, day is not far away. That if you believe in that philosophy, কষ্ট আসলে দুঃখ আসছে, that will pass. Definitely, there is no, it's not just literal or philosophical belief. As psychologists, as experienced human beings, we have observed people that how things of life can change. যদি এটি ভাবুচিনি କରିବା ଉଚିତ ମୁଁ ସେମିତି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଲାଇଫ୍ ଏକ୍ସପିରିଏନ୍ସ ମୁଁ ଏକଦମ ପର୍ସନାଲ ଇଣ୍ଟିମେଟ୍ ଲାଇଫ୍ ଏକ୍ସପିରିଏନ୍ସ ମୁଁ ଯୋଉଟା ଆସିକି ମାନଙ୍କୁ କହୁଥିଲି, you must know how even the darkest night can pass away. ସମୟ ଅଛି ତ ମୁଁ କହିଦେବି ସାର୍. I want to share my experiences because I feel it is more valuable than this. Now, similar story like that. It's not story, everything is real. Truth of my life. Now, the sister of my father. That is a boy. No. Sister of my father. Long back. He happens to be about 10, 11 years elder. He was. And same time, yearly marriage, childhood marriage. She got married same at 10, 11 or something like that. And after her marriage, the same story, 13, 14 years, she gave up to a grandchild. The grandchild remained only for 15 days, then expired. And then her husband was doing some contract and the visa will go. He was doing some control contract and he failed in that business. One day he committed suicide. Suicide. Suicide, we must remember these kind of events so that we gain strength of life. Suicide then what is the kind of procedure? Say, my father, who was the eldest son of the family, he was called by the police to identify the dead body and necessary materials. कौन थिला dead body घंटाटे cycle. पुलिस खबर करती ताकू धरे. ये वो फादर जो जाके सेठी पहुंच गए से देखी he identified the dead body, identified the cycle, kind of cycle का ताकू लोड कर दिया है. But he was so apprehensive about his sister. ସେ ସମୟରେ ଯୋଉ ବିଧବା ମାନଙ୍କର ଯୋଉ ଜୀବନ ତାଙ୍କ ଭଉଣୀ ବିଧବା ହେଇଯିବ widow, he was not able to tolerate that kind of thing. And when he came back home, he said that he was not that person. He is somebody else. Mishra କହିଥିଲେ ଆସିକି ଘରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ Mishra କହିଥିଲେ ଆସିକି, naturally what will be the kind of understanding that he is not there. He has left somewhere. And with that impression, the entire family, our family, and in-law family, they continue to believe that. And then during those times, the kind of thing, if someone is like this, someone has left, the only choice is ठाकुर सेवा, जो मैजिक मंत्र पूजा अर्चना ये आगे करवा बड़े कोई पड़ेगी से केमती आसी जातक देखा जातक ये इस and I got my sense मुझे 5-6 वर्ष की दुनिया को जानने का अनुभव है. I have seen my ପ୍ଲିଜ୍ ମୋ ପିସି ମୁଁ ତାକୁ ଦେଖିଲି ମାନେ ପୁରା ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା ଆସିଲା ରାତି 5ଟାରୁ ଉଠିକି ଯିବ ଗାଁ ଗଣ୍ଡା ଆମର ଚାରିଆଡ଼େ ସବୁ ଫୁଲ ଭର୍ତ୍ତି ହେଇଥାଏ ଜଙ୍ଗଲି ଫୁଲ ସେ ଫୁଲ ତୋଳିବ ଆଣିକିରି ମନ୍ଦିରକୁ ଆସିବ ଗାଁ ଠାକୁର ଠାକୁରାଣୀଙ୍କ ମନ୍ଦିର ଓଳେଇବ ପୋଛିବ ସେଇଠି ବସିକି ସେ ଫୁଲ ମାଳା କରିବ ମନ୍ଦିରକୁ ଦବ ସେଇ ମନ୍ଦିରରେ ଯାହା ରୋଷେଇ ହେବ ଗୋଟେ ଟିକେ ଖାଇକିରି ଘରକୁ ଆସିବ ହୋଲ୍ ଡେ ଆଉ କିଛି ନାହିଁ କ'ଣ ଟିକେ ପୁରାଣ ପଢିବ with the belief that her husband will come back ଏୟା କଲେ ମାନେ ମୁଁ କହୁଛି କହିବ unless you are unhappy sometimes এই সময় ভিতরে most possibly 10-12 years have passed. One day you may believe it or not କାଳେ ହେତୁ ବାକି ମୋତେ ଗାଡ଼ି ଠକେଇବେ ଯଦି ମୁଁ କହିବି one day ସେ ଫୁଲ ତୋଳୁଥିଲା ବେଳେ ସେଇ ବିଲରେ ଗୋଟେ ନାରାୟଣ କାଗଳା ଷଣ୍ଢ ତାକୁ ବିଲରେ ଆଟାକ୍ କଲା କରିକି ତା ଦେହ ମୁଣ୍ଡ ସବୁ ଚିରିକି ରକ୍ତାକ୍ତ ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ସେ ବିଲରେ ପକେଇକି ପଡ଼ିଛି ସେନ୍ସଲେସ୍ ହେଇକି ସେ ପଡ଼ିଛି ଘଣ୍ଟେ 1.5 ଘଣ୍ଟା 2 ଘଣ୍ଟା ଯାଇଥିବ ବିଲରେ ଲୋକ ଖେଳୁଥିବେ ବୁଲୁଥିବ ରାସ୍ତା ଦିଟା ତାକୁ ଦେଖିକିରି ଡକାଡକି କେହି ଆଣିଲେ ହସ୍ପିଟାଲାଇଜ୍ ହେଲା 3 days after ତା ସେନ୍ସ ଆସିଲା ଏଣ୍ଟା ବଡିରେ ସିଲି ହେଇକି ଆସିଲା ବଟ୍ ସର୍ଭାଇଭ୍ ଏବଂ ସେଠି one of the detailed time interpretation ମୋ ଗ୍ରାଣ୍ଡଫାଦର କହିଲେ कि तोते षଣ୍ଢ ମାରିକି ପକେଇଦେଲା ମାନେ ସେ ମହାନଗର ପିଲା ମନ୍ଦିରରେ ଭଗବାନ ଚାହୁଁନାହାନ୍ତି ଯେ ତୁ ଏୟା କର ମତେ ଭର୍ତ୍ତି ହେଇଛି ତେଣୁ ସେ କ'ଣ କରିବ ନେକ୍ସଟ ଅପସନ୍ you just see what is happiness in life next option ସେ କ'ଣ କରିବ ଆମର ଜଏଣ୍ଟ ଫ୍ୟାମିଲି ବହୁତ ବଡ଼ ଫ୍ୟାମିଲି decide ହେଲା ଯେ she will read ପାଠ by that time she was 32 years old 32 years ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଜାଣିଛି କିଛି ଇଂଲିଶ ଅକ୍ଷର ବି ନାହିଁ କିନ୍ତୁ ସେତିକି ବେଳକୁ ଗୋଟେ ସିଷ୍ଟମ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ଥାଏ କଣ୍ଟେନ୍ସ କୋର୍ସ ଏଇମାନଙ୍କୁ ଯେଉଁମାନେ ଏଇଭଳିଆ ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନେ ଚାହିଁଲେ 10 ମାସରେ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ପ୍ରୋଭିଜନ ଦେଉଛି ତାର ଟିଚର୍ସ ଅଛନ୍ତି ସବୁ 10 ମାସରେ ସେମାନେ ପରୀକ୍ଷା ଭିତରେ ଆସିବେ ଆମ କିନ୍ତୁ ସେ ଆଡମିସନ ନେବା ପାଇଁ ହେଲେ 6ଠ ଶ୍ରେଣୀ ପାସ୍ କରିଥିବା ଦରକାର ଇଏ କ'ଣ କରି ଯାଇଛି ସ୍କୁଲକୁ ତାପରେ ବାହା ହେଇଯାଇଛି ତାପରେ କ'ଣ ପଢ଼ାହେବ ଦୋକାନ ହେଲା ସେତେବେଳେ ଯୋଗାଡ଼ ହେଇଗଲା 6ଠ ଶ୍ରେଣୀ ସାର୍ଟିଫିକେଟ ଗୋଟେ ଯୋଗାଡ଼ କଲା ସ୍କୁଲକୁ କୋଉଠୁ ଆଣିଥିଲେ ଆଣିକି ତାକୁ ଆଡମିସନ କରାଗଲା ଇଂଲିଶ ମାନେ ମୋର ପ୍ରଥମ ଯଦି 50 ବର୍ଷ ତ କହୁଛି ମୁଁ ମୋର ଟିଚିଂ ମୋର ଯଦି ଟିଚିଂ ହିସାବ ହେବ ଆହୁରି 20 ବର୍ଷ ହେଇଯିବ କାରଣ ପ୍ରଥମ ଇଂଲିଶ ମୁଁ ତ କରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ମୁଁ 7ମ ଶ୍ରେଣୀ ପଳେଇ ଆସିଥିଲି ABCD ଶିଖେଇବାଠୁ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିକି ଘର ଚଟାଣରେ ତାକୁ ହେଲା ପରେ ପ୍ରଥମ 10 ମାସ ମାନେ ପ୍ରଥମ ପରୀକ୍ଷାରେ ସେକେଣ୍ଡ ଡିଭିଜନ ପାୱାର 10 ମାସ ଭିତରେ ମ୍ୟାଟ୍ରିକ ପରୀକ୍ଷା ସେକେଣ୍ଡ ଡିଭିଜନରେ ପାସ୍ କରିବେ କିଛି ନେଲାନି ବଟ୍ ସି ପାସ୍ ତାପରେ ସରକାରଙ୍କ ତରଫରୁ ତାକୁ ଟିଚରସିପ୍ ମିଳିଗଲା 9 ନମ୍ବର ୟୁନିଟ୍ 9 ପ୍ରାଇମେରୀ ସ୍କୁଲରେ ଏବଂ ତାପରେ ତା ଜୀବନ ଯାହା ବହୁତ ଭଲରେ ରହିଲା ବହୁତ ଇଏରେ ରହିଲା ଓନ୍ଲି ଲାଷ୍ଟ ଇୟର at the age of 96 she passed away ଏବଂ ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ସମୟରେ I observe she was happy ସେ ହାପି ନଥିଲେ 96 ବର୍ଷ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଲାଇଫ ଚଳିଲା ତେଣୁ I also believe that sometimes unhappiness is the foundation, is the source. Something wrong, something that happens everywhere. It's not that I wish that someone must be unhappy, but that is the cycle. If you are unhappy, the change will come. You will learn how to become happy. That is the kind of thing. And next, as an effect, I'm giving you a statement like this. No medicine cures what happiness cannot. Psychology has said that. If you are happy, then you have less diseases. Because most of the things are controlled here. ଆମର ମ୍ୟାକ୍ସିମମ୍ ରୋଗର କାରଣ ହେଲା ମୁଣ୍ଡ, ମ୍ୟାକ୍ସିମମ୍ ରୋଗର ମାନେ ଟ୍ରିଟମେଣ୍ଟ ହେଲା ମୁଣ୍ଡ। ଆମେ ତମେ ବି ଜାଣିବା କଥା, ଆମେ ବିଲିଭ୍ କରୁ ଯଦି ମୁଣ୍ଡଟାକୁ ଟ୍ରିଟମେଣ୍ଟ କରିଦେବ ଶରୀର ତା ବାଟରେ, ୟୁର ବଡି ଇଜ୍ ଅଣ୍ଡର ଦି କଣ୍ଟ୍ରୋଲ ଅଫ୍ ୟୁର ବ୍ରେନ୍। ଯଦି ବ୍ରେନ୍ର ମେକାନିଜିମ୍ ଆଉ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ଯୋଉ ଥିଓରି ଅଫ୍ ଇକ୍ୱିପୋଟେନ୍ସିଆଲିଟି ଆଣ୍ଡ ମାସ୍ ଆକ୍ସନ୍ କରିଛ, ତାକୁ ଯଦି ଜାଣିବ how powerful the human brain. You must be very proud that you possess a thing which is 1,000 times powerful than your mobile and computer. तो मोबाइल से कैसे ड्रामा करने के खोजो तार ब्रेन आहुरी बहुत पावरफुल। तेरे जल्दी जने खुशी रहता। These are also our experiences. जल्दी खुशी रहता है। रोगो दूर हो। बहुत लोगों को रोग अखुशी जहाँ पाइछथि ताको आउरी केते अधिक दरकार। 5टा घर अछि मोर आउरी 10टा घर नहीं मोर 20टा ड्रेस अछि मोर 60टा ड्रेस दरकार आसी गला अखुशी को कारण होला तेणु मेक योर ड्रेस को वाउची यू कैन हैव नो medicine cures your what happiness cannot. खुशी रहिले आमे देखि हम एक्सपीरियंस को माने खुशी से लोग ताके लग्जरी ताके ये बहुत भलो so in order to be happy to be good in your health physical health also खाली mental health physical health भलो रहले खुशी रहले कोन दरकार है सेगुला चिंता नेक्स्ट एठी मु लेखिति पितामह भीष्म केमिति सरसज्जाय रहिति मध्य ताको कष्ट होउन केमिति कष्ट होउन तमो तो गोटे छुची लागि गले तमे नघरे देइलो से सरसज्जाय रहिति केमिति कष्ट होउन प्रे मु एग्जाम्पल दाली अर्जुन भगवत गीता एटा पढि दो मु खाली आइडिया देइ series as say happiness kahar character property the more you share the more you grow तभी जब चाहे मोर खाली मोर सबुदा खुशी मोर ही जाए और दुनिया समुद्र भासी जाओ के आकबार से तमने आकबार because sharing होती the largest medicine of आमान तो सब पाठ पढ़ला बेले कोडी किसी सांग मस्ती को तमरो सांग ना सांग के पूरा अधन से अधन बुझी से तो सांग ना नहीं दिन आत्म यदि दिन राति रहबो से तो कटे गयो तार पर बेस्ट फ्रेंड तो बनी ना हेलो मुझे देखिए जस्टिफाई कोटेशंस माने कोटेशन देके एक्सप्लेन करछि कोडी केस स्टडी देके एक्सप्लेन करछि कोडी निजर लाइफ माने एक्सपीरियंस करके एक्सप्लेन करछि कोटेशन हैप्पीनेस ग्रोथ होई शेयर विथ अदर्स इफ इट diminishes when you keep to oneself तमे खुशी हस आसिके देई समस्त की आगो जणे रो जे मोर आदि राइटिंग खुशी जदि से कथा न कलो लुचे की रखिलो से बोला से ताले पछी दियो सा बुझबो न नहीं तेनु कोटेशन वाला पढिबो जॉय दैट इज शेयर ए जॉय दैट लास्ट के कहजे कि कोन सिंपल कोटेशन किछि ମାନେ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଜିନିଷ ଦେଇକି ମୁଁ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରୋଲ ପ୍ରମାଣ ପଏଣ୍ଟଟା କହିବା କଥା ଯୋଉଟା ଯାହା ସୁବିଧା ହେଲା ମୁଁ କହିବି ହେଲା ତାପରେ ଆମେ ଏକ୍ସପ୍ରେସନ kindness happiness I have a lot of experiences with these kind of things happiness can be okay kindness okay ତମେ ତମ ପାଖରେ ବହୁତ ସାହାଯ୍ୟ କରିକି ତମେ ଯାହା କିଛି ଉନ୍ନତି କରିପାରିବ ତାଠୁ ବଢି ଭଲ only only ଏବଂ ତାର ଯୋଉ ରିଟର୍ନ ପାଇବ ତମେ କାହାକୁ ସାହାଯ୍ୟ କରିବ କିଏ ରାତିରେ ମାନେ ଖାଇବାକୁ ପାଉନି ତାକୁ 2 ଟଙ୍କାଟେ ଦେଇକି ତମେ ସାହାଯ୍ୟ କରିଛ ସିଏ ତ ଖାଇବାକୁ ପାଇବ ଅଲଗା କଥା ବଟ୍ ୟୁର ହାପିନେସ୍ ମାନେ you understand by just helping by just giving by just being kind there is psychologically I mean खाली kindness will be a large source of happiness example ମୁଁ ଦେଇଛି ମଦର ଟେରେସା ତାଙ୍କର ପୃଥିବୀରେ ହାପି ଲୋକ କେହି ନାହିଁ ଖାଲି ବାହାରେ ମଦର ଟେରେସା ଯଦି ତମେ ଦେଖିବ ମଦର ଟେରେସାଙ୍କର ହାପିନେସ୍ କୋଶ୍ଚେନ୍ ବାହାର କରିବ ତମେ ହାପିନେସ୍ କୋଶ୍ଚେନ୍ ବାହାର ପ୍ରାକ୍ଟିକାଲ ବହି ଅଛି ନାଇଁ ଆମର ଥିଲା ନା ସବୁ ପିଜି happiness practical ଯୋଉ ମୁଁ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ବହି ବାହାର କରୁଛି କହୁଛି ଏଠି 46ଟା ପ୍ରାକ୍ଟିକାଲ ଭାଇ ବହିଟା ବାହାରିବା ଅନୁସାରେ 46 ଲାଗି ଯାଇଛି ସେ କାମରେ ମାନେ ଏମିତି ମାନେ କଣ କହିବି 46ଟା ପ୍ରାକ୍ଟିକାଲ anyway kindness that example is also there that tome to just expand the time you can do it for research also you can do it for any kind of thing in mother personal kindness you can also produce it right those kind of things but happiness index also when you go to বিভিন্ন research articles highest happiness index is mother ଆମେ ଦେଖୁଛେ ଜାଣୁଛେ କିନ୍ତୁ ତାଙ୍କର ହାପିନେସ୍ ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ତାଙ୍କ ଉପରେ ସେମାନେ ହାପିନେସ୍ କେତେ ଅଧିକା ତାଙ୍କର ବିକାଶ only one the most dominant quality now is kindness and then ତାପରେ ଆସିଗଲା ମୋର ହାପିନେସ୍ ର ସୋର୍ସ କଣ ଜେନେଟିକ୍ research ideas are going to be used. 50% है तो मतलब genetic माने हमारे तो but there are certain common genetic as human beings. मनुष्य हिसाब से किसी genetic kinds of things and then situation 10%. मतलब सबको blame करो और situation में कहीं दायी you are much capable to address your situation, to overcome your situation and be happy. To be happy is your responsibility. Situation different situation I don't take more than vision to life situation. Several situation 10 lakh 50 lakh but sure and controllable 40%. situation will hover, situation will not but control. 10% of it more beyond 30% of it like the situation which is control, which you can manage to have life and happiness. Different models of sources of happiness. Self-acceptance. এটা হচ্ছে প্রথম অংশ যেতে যদি তুমি নিজে নিজକୁ ଆକ୍ସେପ୍ଟ କର ତମେ ଯଦି ମନରେ ରହିଲା ମୁଁ ସୁନ୍ଦରୀ ନୁହଁ ଆଉ ଦୁନିଆ ତମକୁ କେହି ବି କରିପାରିବେନି ବୁଝିପାରୁଛ ନା you have to accept it whatever you are the best just Forget your limitations. Limitation or non-limitation. Self accept. बहुत लोगों दुख कष्ट कारण है they are not able to accept that. वो रंगों के कौन ना self acceptance. Then establishment of quality time with others. Quality. সম্পর্কের quality. অপরথরে quality is more important than quantity. ମୋର 10 ଜଣ ସାଙ୍ଗ ଅଛନ୍ତି 15 ଜଣ ସାଙ୍ଗ ଅଛନ୍ତି ସେଭଳିଆ କଥା କହିବା କିଛି ଆବଶ୍ୟକତା ନାହିଁ ଜଣେ ବି ଯଦି ଅଛି he must be good quality sense of autonomy in thought ଯୋଉଟା ତମମାନଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଗୋଟେ ବଡ଼ ଶିକ୍ଷା ଏ ଅଟୋନମି ସବୁ ବିକ୍ରି ହେଇଗଲାଣି କାହିଁକି ଗୋଟିକିଆ ପିଲା ହେଇଗଲେ ଆଜିକାଲି ଗୋଟିଏ ଝିଅ ଅତି ବିଷୟରେ ବୁଝିପାରୁଛ ନା ନାହିଁ ଏମାନଙ୍କୁ ଦୁନିଆ ପ୍ରତି ବାପା ମା ଆଉ ଛାଡ଼ିଦେବେନି ସମାଜ କେମିତି ତାକୁ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରୋଲ କରିକି ତାଙ୍କୁ ଅଟୋନମି ଖାଇଦେବେ ଅଟୋନମି ଗଲା ମାନେ ଦୁଃଖ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ନିଜେ ସାମର୍ଥ୍ୟ ନାହିଁ ଠିଆ ହେବାକୁ ଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଡ କରିବାକୁ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ମାନେ ଆମର ଅନେକ ସମୟରେ ଯୋଉଟା କହୁଥିବ ସବୁ ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚର ମେନ୍ ଜିନିଷ ଅଟୋନମି ମୋର ଗୋଟେ କେସ୍ ଅଛି କେସ୍ ମାନେ ୟୁଜିସିର ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରୋଜେକ୍ଟ ମୁଁ ନେଇ କରିଥିଲି ଏଇ ସାକ୍ରିଫାଇସିଂ ଅଟୋନମି କ'ଣ ହୁଏ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚ ପ୍ରୋଜେକ୍ଟ ମୁଁ ନେଇ କରିଥିଲି ୟୁଜିସିର ଅମ୍ବିକାଲ କଣ ସିଣ୍ଡ୍ରୋମ ବୋଲି ମୁଁ ତାକୁ ଆଇଡେଣ୍ଟିଫାଇ କରିଛି ମାନେ କ'ଣ ଯୋଉମାନଙ୍କର ମୋର ଇଏ କ୍ରାଇଟେରିଆ ଥିଲା ଗୋଟିକିଆ ପୁଅ ମାନେ ଇନକ୍ଲୁଜନ କରେ ଆଉ 3-4ଟା ଝିଅ ଗୋଟେ ବାପାଙ୍କର ଗୋଟିକିଆ ପୁଅ ହେଇଥିବ 2-3ଟା ଝିଅ ଥିଲା ଏବେ ଆଜିକାଲି ସେଟା ବଦଳିଗଲା ମୁଁ ଯେତେବେଳେ 97-98 ବେଳକୁ ଏଇଟା ମାନେ ଏଭଳିଆ 272 ଜଣ ପାଇଥିଲି ଯୋଉମାନେ ଅମ୍ବିକାଲ କର ସିଣ୍ଡ୍ରୋମରେ ଲକ୍ଷଣ କ'ଣ 73% characteristics are ଟେଷ୍ଟ କରି ଭାବୁଛି ତାଙ୍କ ଦୁନିଆ ତାଙ୍କ ମୁଁ ତ ଟେଷ୍ଟ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ଅଛି ମୁଁ ଟେଷ୍ଟ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ପାଇଁ ସମୟ ନାହିଁ ଆମେ କହିପାରୁନି ସେ ଟେଷ୍ଟ ଯୋଉଠୁ ଆସିଲା ମୋତେ ଆଇଡିଆଟା କରିବା ପାଇଁ ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚ ୟୁଜିସି ମୋତେ ସେତେବେଳେ 6 ଲକ୍ଷ ଟଙ୍କା ଦେଇଥିଲା କରିବା ପାଇଁ ସେଇ ଯୋଉ 73% ହେଉଛି ତାଙ୍କର ସେଭିସି ତାଙ୍କୁ ସେଭିସି ଇନକମ୍ ଦେଇକି କରିପାରିବେ ତାଙ୍କ ଆଖି ଆଗରେ କିନ୍ତୁ ପାଠ ଭଲ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ କଥା କହୁଛି ଯେ ଆଇଆଇଟି ଇଞ୍ଜିନିୟର କିନ୍ତୁ ଭଲ ଚାକିରି ଭଲ ଇଏ କିନ୍ତୁ ତମେ ତାକୁ ଦେଖିଲେ ଜାଣିବ କି ଇଏ ମାନେ ମଣିଷଟା sense of autonomy in thought continued growth and development as a person what would I like to get continued growth and development as a person ଜୀବନରେ ସବୁ ସମୟରେ ଆଗକୁ ଯିବାର ମାନସିକତା ରଖିବା ସମୟ ପାଇଗଲେ ମୁଁ ତମ ଆଗରେ ଠିଆ ହେବି 75 ବର୍ଷ ବୟସ ଆସି କଥା କହୁଛି ଆଜି ତମ ପାଇଁ ଖାଲି କହୁଛି ଏ କଥା ନୁହେଁ ମୁଁ ଚାହୁଁଛି ମୁଁ କ'ଣ ମୁଁ କିଛି କରେ ମୁଁ ଯଦି ଏ କଥା ନ କରିବି କାଲି ଯଦି ମୋର ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଭଟିକ ବାହାରିଛି ଭଟିକରେ ମଝିରେ ମଝିରେ ମୁଣ୍ଡ ବୁଲେଇ ହେବ ମୁଣ୍ଡ ବୁଲେଇ ହେଲେ ମୁଁ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ କରୁଛି ତଥାପି ମଧ୍ୟ ମୁଁ କରୁନାହିଁ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ମଧ୍ୟ ମୁଁ ଦିନକୁ 3 ଘଣ୍ଟା 2.5 ଘଣ୍ଟାରୁ 3 ଘଣ୍ଟା କ୍ଲାସ ସବୁ ଦିନ ତେଣୁ ମୋର ବେସିକ ଉଦ୍ଦେଶ୍ୟ ହେଲା ଯେପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଲାଇଫ ମୁଁ କ୍ୟାରି କରୁଛି ନେଭର ଥିଙ୍କ ଅଫ୍ any day. Retirement is just age is just a you believe in କେତେବେଳେ ସମୟ ସରିଯିବନି ଏବଂ ଗ୍ରୋଥ ହିଁ ତାହେଲେ ଖୁସି ମୋତେ ଖୁସି ଅଛି ବୋଲି ଭାବୁଥିବ ଆଇ ये बही लिखुଛି ତମର ଶହେଟା ପ୍ରାକ୍ଟିକାଲ ମାନେ ଭୂତ ଉପରେ ବି ସେ ରହିଯିବ ଲେଖିବା ପାଇଁ ବହିରେ ଆଗରୁ ଲେଖିକି ବି ବାହାର କରିଛି ତମମାନଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ମାନେ ଏବେ ଗୋଟେ ନାଁ ଆଗରୁ ତ ପ୍ରାକ୍ଟିକାଲ ବହି ଏବେ ଗୋଟେ ବହି ଓଡ଼ିଆ ବହି ଲେଖିବା ପାଇଁ କହିଛନ୍ତି ତମେ ସେ ଯୋଉ ଓଡି ତାକୁ ବି ଲେଖୁଛି ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ତାକୁ କଷ୍ଟ ଆହୁରି ତା ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ଏଇ ଠିଆ ହେବା ଭିତରେ ଉତ୍କଳ ୟୁନିଭର୍ସିଟି 3 ଥର କଣ ଆସିଲେଣି କୋଶ୍ଚିନ୍ उत्कल यूनिवर्सिटी 30टा क्वेश्चन से 30टा क्वेश्चन 25टा मते जेते मना करले सेने गोटे कंटिन्यू ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट काम करले इंटरेस्टिंग আছে ability to manage complex environment तापर आई बेसिक पहिले आउ सब मॉडल भाया कैरेक्टर स्ट्रेंथ एंड एटीट्यूड happiness को टू आसी these are some characteristics wisdom and knowledge courage aku परीक्षा है सब सरकार को परीक्षा है प्रोसेस ऑफ हैप्पीनेस जस्टिस टेम्परेंस ट्रांसेंडेंस सब विभिन्न दिग and then one final different theoretical model are present करते हैं on different sources है all about the thing how this is on the कौन तो कहा विषय पचेर अच्छी मैंने पचेर जो भी थी एनी क्वेश्चन आज मैं 10 मिनट देखा प्रॉमिस हैप्पीनेस से एक सब देख देली दिस स्टडी बैठो हमें याको पढ़िबो याको लेखि के निजे भीतर भर्ती करी किछि एकेडमिक रिलेटेड एक्टिविटी करियो कि ओटे पेपर लिखो कि ओटे कविता लिखो कि ओटे शॉर्ट स्टोरी लिखो चेष्टा करियो जे you experience something जो कि it will be a reason of your happiness तुमको भलो लगे कौन कले भी तुमको भलो
Thank you, sir, for your valuable and insightful session. Now, I would like to call Raja, sir, for participating in our speeches.
Thank you.
Now, I like to call Amrita back for giving her questions.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected Chief Speaker, Professor Dr. Haresh Chandra Mishra, Honorable HOD and Coordinator, Ms. Ritu Patra Ma'am, esteemed faculty members, and my dear students. With immense gratitude, I, the Sangeeta Priyadarshini, stand here to propose my vote of thanks on this meaningful occasion of Happiness Day that is celebrated on 28th March with the theme Sharing and Caring. Happiness is not just something we see, but something that we create and share. It grows through kindness, empathy, and care for one another. I extend my heartiest thanks and gratitude to our distinguished chief speaker, Professor Dr. Harish Chandra Mishra, a pillar of this university and a mentor to many of us, whose insightful words have truly inspired us today. I also express my sincere gratitude to our respected HOD and coordinator ma'am, Ms. Ritu Patra, for her constant guidance, encouragement, and support in making this event successful. My heartfelt thanks to all our esteemed faculty members for their presence and encouragement, and to my fellow students for their enthusiastic participation. I would also like to appreciate everyone who have worked behind the scenes for their dedicated efforts. As we conclude, let us remember that happiness multiplies when shared. May we continue to spread kindness and compassion. Thank you and have a nice day. Any questions?
क्वेश्चन कैसे नहीं हमको जरूरी यस सर
Sir, can excessively sharing and caring be draining our emotions? So we will to happiness or
It's a good question. We all know that anything in excess, anything, anything in excess is not, because whenever anything goes beyond a limit, it requires a give and take is always a kind of issue. Usually, if I provide you 100 rupees and you in return provided me 10 rupees, naturally that will not be enough. You know, excessive is good only when the reciprocation is in the same manner. Anything, and that will bring you happiness.